Alright, starting over once again. Driving down the road, that's what I do. I drive tractor trailer, I'm an owner operator. And I realize, some of the inspiration for why I want to do this channel and help some people and give some people to, man, that sun is bright. So I want to get people to help have confidence and knowledge and help people different ways work on some of their own stuff, whether it be home repairs, truck repairs, car repairs, whatever it takes to try to get something to I bought my first truck probably 18 years ago. It was a 1998 Volvo 770, one of 8 trucks that belonged to Brooks and Dunn hauling their tour equipment. And beautiful truck. And as an owner-operator, we have 3 different ways of fixing our trucks. We can pay a dealership, which is a lot of money, because they're qualified technicians. We pay a truck stop, which, if you got time to wait 10 hours in line to have, I'm not going to say anything bad, to have their technician work on your truck, is what it is. Or fix it myself, which, if I have the time and the weather's good enough and I have the tools and stuff, I try to do as much as I can myself. Well, I pull this truck into a Cummins dealer and to have the oil change done. I think it was the oil change done. Anyway, he comes out and he says that my AC belt was bad, and I was down in Phoenix in the middle of summer. And I says, qualified technician obviously knows what he's talking about. If the AC belt's bad, it must be bad. And I said, that's pretty weird, because I know myself, I changed it like 3 months ago. But I said, go ahead and replace it anyway, because I'm supposed to trust their judgment. And I get it changed, pay the bill, $500, whatever it was at the time. And the next day I go and I go to fuel up my truck, pop the hood, and I'm walking around, and I catch something odd that just seems weird, and I start looking into it to find out what catches my eye. And this particular truck, being custom, one of 8 trucks, has had chrome valve covers and chrome air intake. Beautiful truck. And my AC line that came out of the back of the AC compressor was pinched against the chrome air intake, scratching the chrome air intake, wore it down to the metal, wore the chrome off of it in this one particular spot, and bent the back of my AC compressor. So I got to looking at it, and it was because the mechanic, the certified technician that knows what he's doing, that I paid all this money, $100 an hour to work on my truck, put the wrong belt on it. So I called him up and I said, your guy put a belt that was too long on my AC compressor, and it broke the line, so now my Freon leaked out, and I have damaged chrome air intake. It's all scratched up from the back of the line. This guy says, oh, well, we just wanted to get you down the road, driver. That's what he tells me. He just wanted to get me down the road. Exact words out of this man's mouth, that I paid $100 an hour to do something that I did better myself. So it winded up going through, bring it back and we can, we'll fix it for you. Well, you couldn't fix it right the first time. How am I going to think you're going to fix it right the second time? Long story short, I ended up getting out to Las Vegas. They said we can pull the line, and in the morning we'll have one made. And I said, okay, that's the best I can do. So they pulled the line, and in the morning the guy couldn't make the line. So I ended up going with no AC, Las Vegas, middle of summer, Phoenix, all that fancy stuff. And long story short, it took like 3 months to finally get the line replaced and my AC fixed and reloaded, redone. It still ended up costing me money to fix their job. That's one example. Number 2 example, my buddy Mark just the other day calls me up and says he's got something wrong with his window. It won't roll back up. So he bought a new motor, and the motor got hot right away, so there was something wrong. So we talked about it and said, well, it could be the switch, grounding out. So he didn't want to end up taking the time to just start throwing a bunch of parts at it, so he takes it to a Kenworth dealership. Charges them $300 something, $350, $300 something, and to fix it. Well, he diagnosed that it was the switch and a box inside the truck. I said, oh, that was some relay box or something like that. Anyway, I wouldn't have guessed it to fix it. But this goes to open his door from the inside. The door don't open. The handle don't work from the inside of the truck. So he goes ahead and takes it apart. And out of the 15 screws that were to hold the door panel back in, only 6 were put back in. 6 out of 15. So every time he slammed the door, he heard rattle in the door. Well, it was the other 9 screws that were supposed to be put back in the door. The mechanic left in the bottom of the door. So we pay all this money for these mechanics to fix this stuff, and it ends up not that good. Now, there is some stuff that needs to be left to professionals. I do agree. I do understand that. And a lot of people are going to send hate mail saying you shouldn't try to convince people to do work themselves because there is stuff that needs to be done by a professional. And I do agree. A guy needs to, or a girl needs to do a lot of homework. Service manuals, torque specs, torque sequences, what to look for, all that stuff needs to be a lot of homework done first. Educate yourself. But why pay a mechanic, man or woman mechanic, doesn't matter, $100 an hour for something you can possibly do yourself with a handful of wrenches? That's what I'm trying to get people to do. I do as much as I can. I bought a headache rack for the back of my truck, and as soon as I can figure out how to edit pictures, I'm going to post that. I bought it off of Craigslist, $600. If I were to buy this headache rack from it'd be $3,500 plus who knows how much to install it and put it on. Me and my daughter put it on in a McDonald's parking lot in the back of my semi-truck. We had to cut some stuff off. We had to use a Sawzall, which I had in the back of my pickup truck with a generator. Straight out, backyard. Crazy stuff. But it would have cost me $3,000 or $4,000 to have this headache rack mounted on the back of my truck. It needs polished, but eventually they're all going to need polished. So it's used, very good condition, ProTech, very good brand, everything. So it goes to show, think outside the box, do your homework, and be patient. I don't have $3,000-$4,000 to buy a 3-bay headache rack. I don't have it. So I just shopped around 4 months. I didn't wait that long. I waited 4 months till I actually found them, 3 months till I found this and bought it and put it on. Exactly what I wanted. So that's it. Just want to say that I know people are gonna, come at me with quit trying to get people to stuff on their own. There's mechanics for a reason, but I believe that the mechanics, there is certain stuff that should be left